Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
And welcome to the Double R Show, Double R along with son Paul, and today we're going to get theatric.
We are indeed. Yeah, this is we're bringing out all the theatrics or all the stops here on the episode. It's kind of bringing things to life.
Yes.
Hopefully,
or
maybe
killing it off.
Yeah, or is it going downhill? Is it alive or dead?
It's going to be fun, and we'll also have an opportunity to talk about some music, and they have not asked me to sing.
It's Coastal Voices, so I don't know why not, but so there's a big celebration of the 250th year of the United States being celebrated. We've got some guests from the world of drama at a couple levels. And
at a couple of different levels, and highly entertaining.
Yes, I'm looking forward to both shows.
That's coming up right after this.
Books and puzzles have one thing in common. Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City. Books for every interest, books by authors from around the world and across the street. Visit Bob's Beach Books so you can say, I have read a good book lately.
If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries.
May 23rd, Chinook Winds presents a special concert event featuring the hits of Queen. For one night only, it's One Vision of Queen featuring Mark Martel. With a unique theatrical performance style and eye-popping production, the ultimate Queen celebration gives you a front row seat to one of the greatest bands of all time. Don't miss One Vision of Queen featuring Mark Martel, Saturday, May 23rd. Tickets start at $42 and are available at the Chinook Winds event ticket kiosk by phone at 888 Main Act or online at ChinookWinds.com. This is a 16 and over event. One Vision of Queen featuring Mark Martel, May 23rd at Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, where concerts are better at the beach.
It opens Friday. Young Frankenstein comes back to life at Taft High School. With us is Tracy Lilly, and you are one of the co-directors.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this set in this setting, if you will.
So the set spans a couple of different spaces. We are everywhere from the Frankenstein castle to the laboratory. We've got a classroom mixed in there, and it's one of the bigger sets that we've done. So we're really excited about it.
Now, you've got a brand new stage that you're working thanks to the taxpayers of Lincoln County.
Yes, sir. We were very lucky to be approved for our updates through the bond. So we have full new curtaining. We have a new stage floor. We have new lights and sound that we are figuring out how to work to the best of our ability. And it's all super duper cool, new, and state of the art.
Tell me about the play itself, Young Frankenstein.
So it's based off of the classic movie by Mel Brooks, and it was adapted by himself and Thomas Meehan. And it goes through the story of Frederick Frankenstein when he finds out that his grandfather, Victor, passed away. And he inherits his estate and falls into the family business, so to say, of reanimating bodies.
Now, the cast is all Taft High students?
Yes, all Taft High students or students within the district. We do have a couple of homeschool kiddos that have joined us that are welcome to with the district's laws, which is awesome. We get to kind of spread out that way. And we also have a couple people that are homeschool that have joined crew as well. So middle school, 7 through 12.
So how big is the cast for this production?
I think we're sitting at 15-ish cast right now. We started a little bigger, and it was kind of a rough spring for some kiddos needing to move and such. But we've got altogether, I think, 35 cast and crew.
That's quite a cast, especially when they're all high school students.
Yes, it's kind of like herding cats sometimes, but luckily I'm a cat lady.
That works. It works extremely well. I marvel at the ability to increase the sound and the visual effect alone.
Yeah, it brings a whole new level to it, which is really cool for us. We have been making do with what we have to the best of our ability up until this point, and so the fact that we get to put some real extra sparkle to it is very, very special to us.
Now, obviously, it's open to the students to come see, but the community as well.
Yes, all community, anybody from the ages of 0 to 110. Come on in.
Don't look at me when you say 110.
Okay, I'll look over at him then.
Another Taft High graduate, I might add.
Oh, nice.
I am excited for you because there is so much that this history for this community is wrapped up in this school.
Yes, we're a very tight-knit community, and I'm relatively an outsider. I moved here about 2 years ago, but I was very lucky to be welcomed in and adopted by the program and by Miss Malachi and Mr. Swisher, who have been here for a lot longer than I have. Miss Malachi's been here for like 8 years, and then Des was a Taft High School graduate, and so I get to kind of come in and just join the family.
What brings you the most joy in joining that family?
I have always been a theater kid, and it has been like proven scientifically that theater and music activate the like family oriented centers in your brain. And so it gives you a space to belong, and it makes me feel good that I get to see all of my kids come in and have a space to just be effortlessly themselves while they pretend to be someone else.
Somebody told me that you're raising money, or somebody is raising money to take them out on a cast party. Is that true?
Yeah, so Thayer Kaiser is one of our kiddos, and his grandmother is throwing a cast party for them outside of the school for the end of the show. So I think it's going to be at Foursquare Church. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so they're really excited to have their own thing going on that is not at the school. It doesn't involve the directors. They can just celebrate themselves as kids.
Okay, and let's talk about the production. This is coming on the air on Thursday. You open Friday.
We open Friday, May 8th. Our doors open at 6. Our show starts at 6:30. We're running the 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th with a special pay what you can show for our matinee on the 16th. Regular tickets are $12 for students, $15 for adults, but pay what you can on the matinee on the 16th.
And the biggest surprise coming out of the show is going to be what?
I think it's just going to be really fun to see where the jokes land with the audience, because Mel Brooks has a very special kind of satirical humor. And it's not something that the kids, like I grew up with it. My dad was a really big Mel Brooks fan, and so I watched it when I was in middle school and high school. But I think that it'll be something new for the majority of the kids that come to see it. And so it'll be fun to see which adults clock it and what kids get the jokes.
Again, you open tomorrow night. It is Mel Brooks at his best in Young Frankenstein.
At his best, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Tammy Viles with WaFd Bank in Lincoln City. We take care of all your banking needs, including business lending, lines of credit, and checking accounts that work as hard as you do. We're also proud to be an SBA preferred lender. When you're ready to grow, we're right here with you. WaFd Bank, built for business.
Member FDIC. Loans subject to credit approval.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service.
Home-style cooking in a hometown atmosphere. Hi, I'm Adina from Zeller's Restaurant in Rose Lodge in Lincoln City. Join us daily for good fun and great food. You can even kick up your heels at Zeller's.
Joining us next on the Double R Show, Lewis Smith, and Lewis is the director of a brand new play Theater West now has on stage. The play is what, Lewis?
It's The Dead Guy.
The Dead Guy. You are the master of sound. Is there a lot of sound in The Dead Guy?
Well, yeah, in this particular one, it's not fully like we did in It's a Wonderful Life, but this particular show, they had scripted commercials that came with it for people that were willing to set up like an AV system. And so we have a lot of voiceovers and music, like original music that accompany the commercials. And that's kind of where we pulled in most of the, like sound-related stuff from.
Interesting. Dead Guy, the premise of the play is what?
The premise is they kind of go to a small town and find this ne'er-do-well guy, just one of the people describes him as just kind of your basic old-fashioned loser. And they offer him $1 million. And the catch is he has to spend it in a week, and he'll be followed by a camera crew. While he does this. At the end of the 7 days, the television audience gets to phone in and vote and decide the method of his demise after those 7 days. So he knows he's going to die after 7 days, but he can do whatever he wants with that money. And it's, the arc, everything's kind of based on what he does when he's nice and he's giving people, want him to have a peaceful death in his sleep. And whereas when he's not, when he's doing stupid things, there's options like a chainsaw accident, rat poison, or a bus accident.
This is rather a dark comedy.
It is definitely a dark comedy. And it's done, though, it's basically, it's kind of a spoof of reality TV. Shows, what will, pushes the limits on what people are willing to do to be famous. And it runs the emotional arc.
What's the setting of the play?
There's 12 different scenes.
Oh, wow.
So, but we elected to use just kind of more of a minimalist setting. So we have the Theater West has some new layers of black curtains that you can move around and stuff. So we're definitely taking advantage of that. So the sets are minimal, but there's enough stuff in there to let you know what's going on. So there's a bar. He wants to do charity at a pediatrics ward. There's a Disneyland. So again, just using set pieces to kind of set the mood and some music, but it bounces all over the place. There's hotel rooms. There's all sorts of different places.
A lot of the plays of Theater West, you have brought in a whole new cadre of people within the plays. Is this the same here, or are we going to see a number of people?
No, you'll see some people you recognize. Good. You'll see some new faces.
Little of both.
Yeah, a little of both, and that's always kind of fun. And you'll see people that have had supporting roles in the past that are now doing lead roles and stuff, and it's very exciting to see their growth over time. So yeah, it'll be a mixture.
Is it a large cast?
We have 8 people.
Well, for Theater West, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, it was actually scripted for 6, where they had 2 of the people playing 3 parts each, and a lot of people showed interest in the show, so I figured, well, okay, we can
we'll work them in.
Split up the roles, and that way more people can come in and do that. But there's also the cast of thousands that you don't see. There's a whole page of credits for when I was shooting the commercials. They're fake commercials, but we shot them around town, and so I've got people that I couldn't use the ones in the show, because they're in the show, and people say, well, they can't be in the commercial. They're they're not from around here, sort of thing. So I have probably about, actually I can tell you exactly. So it looks like there's 12 other people that feature in the commercials.
Oh, wow. Fun.
And you'll recognize some of them. Some of them are Theater West regulars, and some are total strangers that I approached when we were running around town filming stuff. There's a kid that was playing computer games with his dad in Kindred. And I asked him if our lead guy could play a computer game with him, and the kid would have to lose.
Oh, nice!
And the kid did a great job with it, and I saw he's in the credits in the program. But yeah, there were just random people around town. I was having to shoot a scene near one of the new public bathrooms. It'll make sense when you see the show.
Very good. The play is on stage as we speak, and it runs through when?
It runs through May 23rd. And it's every week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then we have 2 Sunday matinees, one on the 10th and one on the 17th of May.
When I introduced you, I said you're the master of sound, and in that you are. What is your inspiration? Why do you get off on all of these sound effects?
You know, it's funny. I remember it goes back to a class I had in college.
Really?
Well, it actually goes back longer than that. I used to love listening to
Old-time radio?
Old radio. You know, I just, and I'll probably, there was an Abbott Costello movie called Who Done It, where they're inside of a radio station. And of course, it's usual the shenanigans, but it was showing all those things they were doing for Foley. And I was in probably my early teens, maybe, when I saw that movie. And I thought, oh, that's so good. I was asking people, well, what are they doing there? You know, and stuff. Well, that's how they make sound effects. You know, they step on eggs, you know, whatever it is. And so I've always been fascinated by sound. I was like Peter and Brady Bunch with a recorder as a kid. I was always taping sounds of the dogs, you know, barking and growling. But it's just kind of funny because I remember a class in college where the teacher was saying, it was a film class, and they were saying, you know, people tend to overlook audio and they focus on video. And they said, but they've done lots of studies showing that you can go in and see a movie that has pristine audio and really kind of nasty video, like Blair Witch Project comes to mind, a shaky camera, you know, first person perspective, and people were fine with it. But you show pristine cinematography and horrible audio, people will walk out. And I agree with that. If it's not nice, and if it's, you know, if it's clipping or if it's just not well gathered, it's really hard to listen to. So I've always focused on sound. It just makes everything so much nicer.
Director extraordinaire Lewis Smith with us from Theater West. Thanks for being here, and we'll see the play on stage.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me. Enjoy.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Coastal Voices will ring out for 2026 as we celebrate 250 years of being the United States of America. With us is Kathy Weir from Coastal Voices. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for allowing me to come.
Coastal Voices, in a nutshell, is what, Kathy?
It is around a 50-voice choir based in Newport, but we have members that sing all the way from Otis to Yachats. We sing a couple of concerts a year, plus a gala in July to make money, because we are a 501c3 nonprofit. But we like to think we are an uplifting voices that invite others to come and sing with us as well.
So it's not a closed group.
It's not a closed group, no. We have tryouts twice a year, which pretty much means that if you can match pitch, then they will tell you what section you get to sing in.
I see. It is a fun group. The music is varied.
It is.
Is it seasonal?
Yes. The winter series is usually geared around the 25 or so different holidays that are during that season. We sing from different genres. Everything from Christmas to Hanukkah to solstice.
I was really taken by reading the information about the upcoming concert, because it will start with everything from Yankee Doodle Dandy on through.
Yes.
250 years is what we're celebrating.
250 years, and it not only, for me, it's a really uplifting program. We sing from the preamble to the Constitution.
Really?
The Declaration of Independence.
It's all there.
Songs that have been taken from those words to the struggles that we have today, and not only today, but to Paul Simon. It's called An American Tune, and it talks about we started out with each of us bringing in, this is my song from the language of our heritage. That we came, that our ancestors came to this country with. And then bring it into, this is our song in English, and singing about the struggles that each had to make this country what it is, to bring about one voice with liberty and freedom.
All right. Now, speaking of one voice, the voices will ring out in 4 different locales for this concert. Tell us where and when.
Newport is May 2nd. May 3rd is in Depot Bay at the Community Center. In Lincoln City on May 9th at 4 o'clock, it is at Chapel by the Sea Presbyterian Church. And on May 10th, it is at 4 o'clock again at Yachats Presbyterian Church.
So is there a big orchestra that backs you up? Is it an organ, a piano? What backs the group?
We have a pianist that is a very fine pianist, Deanna, that plays for all our concerts. We take our own sound system and piano with us so that we're assured that all can hear.
And again, the 4 different locations that the concert will be by the time this airs, 2 will already have been performed.
Yes, they
but
will.
We're really focused on Yachats and Lincoln City.
Right. Lincoln City on the 9th at 4 and Yachats on the 10th at 4. And the nice thing is that children 17 and under are free.
Okay, price is right. And why is that?
Because we want the youth and children of this county to come and hear music that they may never hear or not get to hear very often. And it costs money to go to things.
Absolutely.
And if you can bring your children free, what better way to get them to hear the voices of their community?
One thing I failed to ask is, who's the director?
The director is Rod Caldwell. He's got about 50 years of experience in music and theater, so he's very dynamic.
Okay. So you mentioned theater. Is there a lot of acting that goes with it, or is it strictly music?
It's pretty much strictly music. We have an introduction to each song, but it pretty much is strictly music. But we try to, with our voices and with our faces, with looking at you, we try to bring you into the song.
I love it. Kathy, thanks for being here. And again, the concert that people will be able to attend in Lincoln City, we've got it coming up on May
9th.
And then
at 4 o'clock
okay.
at Chapel by the Sea Presbyterian Church.
And then for people in South County in Yachats?
May 10th at 4 o'clock at the Yachats Presbyterian
Let's
Church.
begin the celebration of 250 years with music.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm Josh Zantello with Zantello Law Group, and we are fortunate to have a number of attorneys in our office that specialize in a variety of law fields. Call our office and set up a free consultation. With our field of experts, you're never alone.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one-stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
And welcome back to the Double R Show. Some of the other events taking place in and around the Lincoln City community. On Monday, May 11th at 5 o'clock, Urban Renewal Agency meets in the council chambers. Monday, May 11th at 6 o'clock, we got City Council meeting. On Wednesday, the 13th at 4 o'clock, the Public Art Committee and a Budget Committee meeting on May 18th at 5 o'clock. We have a number of people that we've interviewed from the city that are all talking about budgets. That's what it's all about coming up right now. Parade is coming in beautiful downtown Glen Eden Beach. This is just a real kick, the 4th of July parade. There will be a lot more information about that forthcoming, and you'll want to make certain that As soon as the registration is out there, you get your horse, your go-kart,
buggy.
your whatever.
Get that float rolling, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll want to be part of that. During the course of the program today, we talked about The Dead Guy, the Theater West Dead Guy. That play is on stage as we speak. And as we speak, we also have a play up at the high school. It's just fun stuff.
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Beechcrest is going to do a fundraiser for the outreach program, for the art exploration outreach program at the Lincoln City Cultural Center. That's going to be May 19th, 4 to 7, out at Beechcrest. And they also got a good beer.
Yeah, and they do a lot of those fundraisers. You know, I've been to one that was raising funds for Theater West, come to mind.
Yes, a number of times, yeah.
And,
absolutely.
Lots of good events that they host.
You've been busy with kids exploring the highlands of the area?
Yeah, we are on our last few of our Raindrop to Sea trail experiences that we do for 5th and 6th grade. We're going to go right into the 1st and 2nd grade curriculum that we developed called Exploring Nature's Families here shortly, too. People are interested in what that's all about. Go to cascadehead.org, go to the education page, and you can actually see the same high-quality videos that we created right here in the Biosphere region that are being used for Lincoln County School District and a number of different places around the nation even. They're eligible for use because they're grade A curriculum that we developed.
And we're living in the Cascade Head Biosphere
region. Biosphere region, yeah.
Yeah, keep forgetting that region word.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just in the biosphere, which is the whole planet, right?
Yeah, right.
The life-providing part of the planet, not the deep rock core, but the atmosphere and the soil and everywhere else where we live. Speaking of the biosphere region, we do have this weekend starting the first of 16 this year. We're doubling down on it. We've got 16 Biosphere Beach Ambassador days there at 15th Street Tide Pools where you do not drive on the beach. Thank you very much. But the first one is May 9th and May 10th, too. So the low tides are just after noon. I think 1:22 is the low tide on Saturday and Sunday, about 2 o'clock. So Josh and company will be down there and helping you interpret the biosphere region specific to the tide pool zone.
And a special congratulations to the Taft Tigers as they continue a very strong winning baseball season. Go Tigers. The baseball is strong. The softball is strong. Track and field is doing well as well. So
don't forget the golfers.
And the golfers.
Yeah,
yes.
We got 4 sports at 4.
Every time I turn around, I see where Heather Hatton's team has just gotten that much better, has reduced the shots just that much more.
Lowering those scores, yeah.
Yeah, lower them scores. That'll do it to the doings on the Double R Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share so you, your family, and friends around the world and across the street can join us on the Double R Show. As I told Kim Cooper Finley, we are heard from Thailand to Germany. Have a happy day.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.